Hey everyone, I've been seeing this thing pop up all over my feed lately, the Avid MTRX Studio 16x16 audio interface, and honestly, it's not just hype. People are talking about it because it's one of those rare pieces of gear that actually tries to do it all without forcing you into a corner. So today, I'm breaking down what makes this thing stand out, who it's really for, and whether it's worth the investment. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this isn't your average audio interface. It's a full-on studio hub that packs 16 inputs and 16 outputs into one sleek unit. Whether you're tracking a full band, mixing in surround sound, or just trying to keep your studio cables from looking like a rat's nest, the MTRX Studio gives you the flexibility to route everything exactly where you need it. Need to connect analog gear? It's got you covered. Want to expand with Avid or Dante? Yep, it's there too. The beauty of it is that you're not locked into one workflow, you can adapt this thing to fit your studio, not the other way around. One of the biggest selling points for me is the DAT audio engine. Avid's been working with DAD, Digital Audio Denmark, for years, and it shows. This interface doesn't just pass audio through, it preserves the nuances of your recordings. If you've ever mixed something only to realize later that the highs or lows got lost in translation, you'll appreciate how transparent this interface is. It's the kind of clarity that makes a real difference when you're trying to capture performances or mix with confidence. Now, if you're into immersive audio, like Dolby Atmos or 7.1.4 surround, this thing is a game changer. Most interfaces force you to buy separate hardware or software just to get started with spatial audio, but the MTRX Studio has it built right in. You can set up a full 7.1.4 monitoring system directly from the interface, which means you're not limited to just stereo mixes anymore. Whether you're mixing for VR, gaming, or film, having that kind of flexibility at your fingertips is a huge advantage. And if you're working with multiple rooms or studios, the Dante networking capability lets you route audio between devices seamlessly. It's like having a studio-wide audio network without the hassle of extra hardware. Another feature that's getting a lot of love is the Yukon remote control. If you've ever struggled with a tiny screen on your interface or had to reach for your computer just to tweak a setting, you'll appreciate being able to control the MTRX Studio from any Yukon-enabled device. That means you can adjust levels, switch inputs, or monitor your mixes from a tablet, phone, or even a control surface like the Avid S6. It's one of those small things that makes a big difference in workflow efficiency, especially when you're in the middle of a session and don't want to break your creative flow. The built-in speaker calibration tools are another standout. Instead of relying on external software or third-party plugins to set up your monitoring environment, the MTRX Studio lets you optimize your speakers directly from the interface. Whether you're working in a treated studio or a makeshift setup, you can dial in your monitoring to match your room's acoustics. It's not a substitute for proper acoustic treatment, but it's a solid step toward better mixes, especially if you're working in less than ideal spaces. Let's talk about who this interface is really for. If you're a producer, engineer, or composer who needs a lot of I/O and flexibility, this is a fantastic choice. It's also a great fit for anyone working with immersive audio or needing to route audio across multiple rooms. On the other hand, if you're just starting out or only need a simple interface for home recording, this might be overkill. It's a professional-grade piece of gear, so it comes with a professional-grade price tag. That said, if you're serious about your audio work, the investment is worth it. So, what do I like and dislike about it? On the plus side, the audio quality is top-notch, and the routing flexibility is unmatched. The built-in tools for immersive audio and remote control are huge bonuses, especially if you're working in a studio environment. On the downside, it's not the most portable option, it's a rack mount unit, so it's not something you'll want to lug around. Also, while the interface is powerful, it does have a learning curve. If you're new to routing or immersive audio, you might need to spend some time figuring it all out. All in all, the Avid MTRX Studio 16x16 is one of those rare pieces of gear that just works. It's not flashy or overly complicated, it's designed to solve real problems for serious audio engineers. If you're in the market for an interface that can handle everything from analog tracking to Dolby Atmos mixing, this is absolutely worth considering. Check it out using the link below if you want to dive deeper.